Good evening, everyone. Can't believe it's been 1 year for our LinkedIn live sessions. Throughout this journey, throughout this journey, the viewers' engagement, which steadily kept increasing and reaching out to us for their professional journey, each of them taking time, each every time taking some value from these Friday live sessions and seeing results, kept us motivated and going. For all of you thinking, who am I and why am I here doing all the talking instead of Dheeraj sir and Nutan ma'am? Let me introduce myself. I'm Shitija and I'm your first point of contact to ND Life Coaching. When you want to reach out to sir and ma'am for sharing your concerns, feedback, and breakthroughs. So thank you so much for sending your love in form of these lovely feedbacks. Allow me to share a few written reviews with you here. Mr. Dhurandhar writes, kudos to both Nutan ma'am and Dheeraj sir for making us realize about our potential and areas of improvement that each of one of us have. I realized how to get out of the comfort zone. Sanket Ningot shares how he realized through these sessions to work on his strengths and highlight those and embrace his weaknesses, showcasing them as learning process. Mandeep was quick to respond and writes, Dheeraj sir's guidance and support have been invaluable in helping me navigate my personal and professional challenges. I have developed a deeper understanding of my strengths and weaknesses and how to leverage them to achieve my goals. These sessions have challenged me to step outside my comfort zone, push past my limiting beliefs. In fact, when I questioned him about his spontaneous feedback, he said it becomes easier and you don't have to think twice to give feedback if the direction provided during the session is valuable. Isn't that amazing? Madhuri conveys, thank you so much, Dheeraj sir and Nutan ma'am, for your guidance. It's a transformation of myself and my lookout towards this industry. Subhaga relays her takeaways like self awareness, how to change your mindset, importance of personal branding. She says both of you have provided 100% knowledge to all of us, been blessed to attend these sessions and continue growing. Many users who listen to our Friday lives later, each of us reach out to us uh, as to how they listen to our sessions while traveling back, and they get so much positivity, hope, and support by listening to those. Madhuri Kale is one of our viewers and says, listening to these sessions, she was able to fight the toxic culture in her office and deal with it more efficiently. Kavita learned how having self belief in herself and kept learned how to keep the positive outlook can have like can have a positive effect in the surrounding, and she was able to secure a job applying these learnings from the session. Abhimanyu writes, he was amazed at the clarity and on point solution resolution provided by the coaches, which he found easy to apply back at work. The journey will be incomplete. Like these are the learnings that we have. Our viewers had reached out to us. These were because we had to like go through and few. I'm sharing it with you. So wow, thank you so much, guys. You were amazing. Can't thank you enough. And by the way, keep showering love with those learnings and feedback. Lots of surprises gifts are awaiting you. We are celebrating this 1 year completion this entire week. Do wait till the end. More prizes are awaiting you. Now, without wasting more time, let us welcome our wonderful coaches, Dheeraj sir and Nutan ma'am. Over to you.
Good evening,
Good evening.
everyone. Welcome,
Good
welcome,
evening.
welcome. It's Friday night, 9 p.m., and we are back with our live session on
How to ace your career.
So, guys, it's really an amazing day today
Absolutely.
because we are celebrating first anniversary of our live sessions on Friday at 9 p.m. And this has been a wonderful journey. How it started, how did we reach here? That's all we are going to decide and talk today, discuss today. We have such amazing guests with us who are going to share how these live sessions really help them. But before we get into that, let's get into the formality of introducing ourselves once again. So I'm Nutan, I'm a career and a life coach, and I specialize in mid and senior professionals, which means people with a work experience of 15 to 20 years. when they get stuck in their career, when they're going through a stagnation, or they feel they're not that happy in their career, they might want to shift. That is where I come into picture. And touch wood, in this 10 years of our work life, not even a single client has missed out on the results that they had come for. And he is.
I'm Dheeraj, and I'm a life coach, career coach, and business coach. And both of us together create this company called as ND Life Coaching. So it is so unbelievable when Shitija told us that, sir, we've completed 1 year. I said, what are you saying? I just thought we just started. As if it was the first day and we've already completed 1 year. Which means what, friends? What point I'm trying to highlight? How does this days, weeks, months, and year passes away? And we don't even realize it's gone. I hope that all of you in this year have achieved something great, done something great. And let me tell you, this is how next year is going to pass. That you will not even come to know that your 1 year is gone. So it's so important that this coming year, you're going to do something great. And we were so grateful to all of the people who've been with us in this journey for this complete 1 year. Few people have invited who've been with us religiously, week on week, and by attending these live sessions, they would have had some changes, some breakthrough in their life. And that's why we have called them live.
So before we get into describing how was this 1 year for us and taking feedback from our clients, let's at least have an introduction from all of you, who you are and what are you doing currently.
We can start with Satish.
Yes.
Yeah. Hi all. I'm Satish Kulkarni. I'm working at Vadodara, Gujarat with automotive company R&D.
Okay.
In last almost 2-3 years, I am going from a complex problem, 2+ years in my job with a particular relationship, that is with my boss. And it was very complex. It is not a common problem of general boss and subordinate. It's a personal thing also with the past career, related to career only, purely career. And when I started with Dheeraj sir and Nutan ma'am, I found that there is a
I think
great
we'll
change
go to
in
that later. We just wanted an introduction, then we'll come to your story,
Okay.
how it has helped you. Yes, Basavraj.
Definitely.
Hi, good evening. So this is Basavraj Bakali, currently based out at Ahmednagar. I am a HR professional and it's been around 18 years into HR and happy 1 year into HR separately. So apart from HR, I used to write shairis. I am a men's physique athlete. I am a trekker. I am a cyclist. I am a marathon runner.
Wow.
And I am happy.
That's great, Basavraj. Thank you. Aditi, we go to you.
Hello, hi. My name is Aditi Alatikar, and I'm based in near Manchester, in UK. And I've had a really good experience. It's not been a year with Nutan ma'am, but so far it's been about 8 months, and they have gone tremendously amazing for me, work related. I started my career and I had a break of 4 years. So after my 6-7 years of career, I had a break after having my kids, and thereafter I found myself stuck quite a bit.
And that's where people land us first, right?
Yes.
Thanks, Aditi.
And indeed, it's a best platform that I've reached to, and I'm getting on the best experience from ND Life Coaching. Thank you, Nutan ma'am.
Thank you.
Sir.
Samita, over to you.
You're on mute.
You're on mute.
So
It's
sorry.
been 3 years, we still not got used to it. Every time it happens.
No.
Yeah, it's a thing also. Carry on.
Okay, so myself, Samitha, and from last 1 year, I'm following this ND Life Coaching live sessions.
Wow.
I'm based in UAE. Currently, I'm in Sharjah, and yeah, it's an amazing journey for me to, attend the live sessions
Wow.
and get, bits of it. So yeah.
Thank you, Samita. So welcome all of you, and we are so grateful that you've come here and been a part of this wonderful first anniversary.
So before we get into really listening from our guest tonight, I would like to really share that how this 1 year has been for us.
Yeah.
So I think when we thought that, we'll do this LinkedIn live sessions and we'll do it for 1 year. we actually, both of us are contemplating, should we really make this public and tell people that we are going to be here every Friday 1 year, because it's a huge commitment. And when you're doing it live, you're expected to deliver, and you never know whether you will be able to every Friday, if you're not going to be in that space where you cannot come on the Zoom, how are you going to go live? But the best part is that once you make a decision, I think things fall in place. Thanks to this technology also, that everywhere, even when we traveled, we could connect to people, we could go live. Hotels were providing us Wi-Fi when we were traveling at different places, but we could make it happen.
In spite of the functions, it was my brother's son's wedding going on, and in midst of the function, we came back to our hotel room, we did the live, and then we went back to the function. So I think that was really amazing that, how that, actually, if you see 48 of them that we were there, and not even a single week we missed.
No, 52.
52, yeah, not even a single week we missed, and that was really amazing. So I just want to pat myself. That's amazing. Good job done.
So like it has been for all of you, it has been for us also. It's been a beautiful learning year, where we get to learn behavioral patterns. When we are speaking, the response that's coming from the audience, we get to know what's working, what is not working. For the initial few weeks, we weren't seeing anything happening, but then that churn started happening.
Yeah, absolutely.
And thanks to Kshitija, who's been the first point of contact, because she started receiving those reviews. So whenever people would reach out, she used to reach out to them, and they would say that all these sessions which we have been listening to has made this difference in our life. And I think that kept us going. That commitment became even more stronger, that no, we have to come here every time and be very sure of what we are delivering, because there is someone watching it, and probably that session is going to change his life.
Yeah, I think the first time when we did it, the first day, the first week, we had some 15-20 impressions. And then we realized that, are we in the right place? Is it only for 15-20 people? But today, every week, more than thousands of people go through this in the entire week. And that gives us so much of joy and happiness that every week, more than 1,000 people are going through this video, and this is helping them, and people are sharing their feedback. And the best part is, when we don't even know people, and they call Kshitija and tell that, thank you so much for these live sessions, especially this week, what you shared this week, what you shared this. I was in a very difficult stage, and I heard you all, and it changed my life. I think that gives a sense of fulfillment every single week to come here. And that's why we decided that let's go one more year. Why not? If this 1 year is being a stage where it's helped people, why not go for one more year? So we thought that today we can actually call people who've been part of this journey, and it has helped them. So whom do we start with?
So, in fact, I would start first with Samira, because she was one who told me, generally we watch people when they're commenting, you get to know who's listening, but the figures don't tell us who she is. She is one who's followed us from YouTube. And she told me the other day when she reached out to us and I spoke to her, she said, these sessions have kept me going, because she moved to UAE after her marriage, and being there alone with no friends, no connections, probably this helped her through a journey of sometimes loneliness, sometimes a new career. So over to you, Samita, first. You're the first one who's going to share how these live sessions have helped you.
Thank you so much, first of all, Dheeraj sir and Nutan ma'am. So, thank you so much, everyone, for hearing me out. So, I've known both of you like last 5 years, but after moving to UAE, I thought it's being a wonderful journey, new country and everything. But at the same time, there are a lot of challenges, and after getting married, handling the house, handling my permanent roommate, it's a difficult thing, and at the same time it was very, very wonderful experience as well. And I remember when I watched your YouTube session after you have finished the live session, like maybe in Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday, And that time I was struggling with the job and everything. So first when I started, I was like, okay, I was doing some work and I listened to you. And then I have put the notification on. So every Friday when it's 7:30, I used to get, okay, the live session has started, and I joined. And I tried to comment on the, whatever question you asked, I tried to comment on the YouTube session, but I didn't know that, how it works and everything. And I got to know that why my questions are not answered. But it's good that I get to get the chance to listen you more. And after that, I started, keeping my book with me so that I can write down the points. And the very best session for me was the January session for the goal setting. It was long, but it really did help me. Out of 100, I think I have achieved 10 things from that. And the second most, very good session for me was your last session. When I was feeling, low, I was, feverish and, got some flu and something, but still I was watching you on TV, lying down on my bed. And I literally that day also have write down that how my day should be. And I really get encouraged that from that day, I make sure that this is how my day should, look like. And till this Friday, I'm happy to say that, yes, I have achieved the 7 days. I have achieved everything what you have said.
Wow.
So yes,
Wow.
and yeah, and during that time also, I was looking out for a job, but it was my good fortune, I would say, or your guidance, that I landed up with a very good job where I can work from home permanently and do all my things at the same time.
Great.
And one more thing I want to share is, looking both of you, it gives me a very, support that this is how a couple should be, and I really try my best to support my husband in everything I do. And at the same time, I receive the feedback also, that this is what you're doing good. And that keeps me, motivating that, okay, I need to do more. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Samida.
Thank you, Samida. Thank you very much.
so much.
It's really amazing. And in fact, when she shared this, it made me even more responsible that people whom I'm not seeing, I don't know, are watching this and applying it in their lives. So I have to be absolutely clear and sure on what I'm sharing. Over to you, Basav, from here.
Hi, thank you. So there are two parts to my story. One is Basavraj, who heads HR, and the Basavraj who is Karta of a very small family. So both the parts, there was something that was not working out. Good part was it was not worst. Okay, but yes, gearing up, it was not about getting out of a job or getting out of a boss, but it was with managing the situation first, then trying to set myself into the frame that was available, then slowly, gradually making it a ritual to love that, and then developing it as a habit that you naturally start loving it. And that's where the results started coming. A time came when I started to completely hate my job after almost a career of 16 and a half years. And being into HR, I was unable to digest that. I consult, instead like by tag, we consult few others to resign somewhere and join us. That's how the HR journey begins. But when it is your own story that you are unable to understand, that is it the place that I choose by choice. From there, then it was aspiration to get on to a new role, a much broader role compared to my all earlier assignments. But it was again a challenge that whether should I take, will I get into, or how it will. Struggling for one, I ended up with some 4-5 offers in hand.
Wow.
And it was really fun, I would say, to have that 5 things to look at. And I really enjoyed that. It was a nasha for me. I was enjoying it. And where to go was clear with help of both of you. And in the current role, I am stretching a lot. Let it be working hours, let it be the areas, the areas which I never studied in past. Now I have to study how to convert square meters into square feet, like today's example. So because see, when you get onto a higher role, then there are more responsibilities that are being added. Like in my current role, apart from HR, I take care of projects and EHS as well as a secondary role. So and I'm a commerce graduate before HR. So square foot have 12 inches that I learned recently because it has nothing to do with my career. So from there, then heading on to a position where it is completely dynamic political scenario outside, strange political dilemma inside the plant, that nobody wants to talk to HR. That's how my journey with my current employer started. And today, as I discussed with Madam in the evening, that now these so-called big bosses, self-defined, I would say, big bosses. Now they started approaching us with decent amount of love, respect.
Nice.
It might be fabricated, but still it is okay that they display.
Wow.
Then coming on to the second part, when it comes to as a family man, so it was good, and but now it is better, I would say, like to summarize. So the engagement at home, luckily I did something which I never thought I was not never convinced that I will do. Being I used to eat non-veg for 360 days a year. Only 5 days of Ganpati I did not eat. Now I am a pure vegetarian. I don't eat egg wala cake. This was one of the challenges that we discussed with ma'am, that, and somehow I don't know why we took, madam. I still don't remember that day what we discussed and why I said yes to it. But yes, it was one of the challenges that can we do it? Means
Yes.
I just wanted to assure myself that I will not die if I get out of it. And I am happy.
Wow.
So that is second. And now to conclude, there are 3 benefits I gained. So first one, I believe the potential I explored in last almost about to complete a year with madam now, and especially in last 90 days with my current employer. So I never loved my job to an extent that I'm loving now.
Wow.
I read office messages 12 o'clock in the night. My wife sitting next to me now listening. She screams at me in the morning that I look at the WhatsApp first because I need to check my numbers, my productivity, my head count, my other parts. And I don't get irritated. I love. Earlier, I used to give Gyan Ki Ganga, saying that you have to love your company, behave like the owner, and be like a CEO. Because see, we are paid to speak, being into HR. To be very frank, we don't produce, we don't sell, we speak, and we speak all Gyan. But now I started living it in a real sense, and I don't feel sad or anything to say that because we did it for a wonderful 16 and a half years, 17 years almost. But now I started living it. I see how profitability increase with 1 man hour. I understand what is value of losing 1 customer complaint. Second benefit is I believe that I believed, or instead I used to love this profession of coaching. On free, I did some coachings as well. Again, it is habit of Gyan Ki Ganga, so we do. But this time I took few coaches in past of different peripheries. But this time, when I've been associated with both of you, I realized that how that hand holding happens. Age is the illusion, I would say, that push you to the wrong path. Okay, now I am 40 and I know. And that's the first mistake which takes you to the last mistake. So it's always better to be a kid and let that coach be your parent. So when I also have a daughter, when I throw her up, she trusts, she smiles, she don't scream. So because she trusts. If someone else throw her up, then she will come back with a stone on the face for sure. So same thing happens with us. We should trust a coach. And if you don't trust, then better don't take a coach.
Very true.
So there are thousands of free platforms to get coached. And last is there can always be a scope for change and betterment.
Very well.
Always, even if it is last hour of my life. So there is still a chance to grow for last those 60 minutes. So, and it happened. Good part is when all this is happening, even like there are few things which I am doing by no choice, but I am not getting irritated. I am seeing results. I know how it works. I see what's its long run. So I see down the line 90 days, down the line 6 years, down the line 20 years. Even if you are there at the position or out of the company, that's immaterial. So these things are happening, and I am sincerely thankful to be associated. I don't remember how I found both of you and got connected. Like the earlier madam, I don't remember, it was YouTube, LinkedIn. I believe it is either Insta or LinkedIn, because these are my favorite platforms. One keeps me entertaining, one helps me to find a job. So now somewhere I feel that yes, this is a place I got landed finally, where I'm not bothered to keep my LinkedIn profile updated, Naukri profile updated. I don't need those so-called buttered friendship with recruiters who help me, who are my clients or whose I am client in past as a corporate. But again, being into HR, that is a cherry on the cake, that they will help you also to get a job. And you keep that relation intentionally. So now that botherance is not there. I don't mind if they are not happy with me because I'm not giving business to them in the new organization. I know that I'm capable now, for example.
Wow.
So that confidence is there. And most important, I'm happy. Finally, I would say.
Thank you. Thank you,
Basu. Thank you so
Thanks
much.
to both of you. I'm sorry if my vague statements
No.
went somewhere wrong.
No, nothing.
I feel happy speaking to both of you and your connects, especially.
Thank
So I
you.
just opened my heart the way I am.
Thank you.
So thanks, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Basu. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Kshitija, you can probably introduce our latest guest.
Yeah, I'm audible.
Yes,
Yes.
you are.
Okay. So we have Krishnandu here. Hi, Krishnandu. Nice to have you. You have to unmute yourself.
Oh.
But he got angry. He said, no, I don't want.
No, I think
And we have Kiran
there's some
also.
problem
Yes.
at his end.
So Kiran,
Yeah.
till we have Krishnendu again, we can go to Kiran. Krishnendu to Kiran.
Yeah. Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I think so. I know Basavraj because I have seen him when it was his first session, because
Yes, in the
you
first
have been my
workshop.
mentor for almost, yeah. And I think so. After my first workshop in January, he joined in the next workshop, where I rejoined the workshop to rebrush the things, to get again rejuvenated with that session. So it has always been a learning journey, and today also I still miss the sessions if I don't. It's like an addiction, what Basavraj said. Now for me, no, connecting with them is an addiction. Without that, I feel that there is something hollow in my life. There is something missing. So Saturdays, I wait for Saturdays, and I definitely like connect with them like more than my parents, more than my friends, more than my buddies. I open up like anything, and especially Nutan has always helped me to see the side of me which I was never aware that few things need the changes in me. Good, everyone will tell you what we need to change or what we need to work upon. People don't tell you on your face. So that really helped me because I never knew that I'm very much judgmental person who always thinks about right and wrong. Always keeps on thinking. Today also when I do the judgments or when I try to judge somebody or when I try to focus on some decision on anything, which is just a routine thing, then I remind myself, oh, Nuthan told me that right and wrong is not necessary in everything in life. And that really changes a lot. That was one statement which helped me to change myself a lot, that you don't need to think every time what is right and wrong, because you judge the people, you lose the relationship, not lose the relationship, but it becomes a one sided, and you don't even understand that how the things have changed. People get those vibes, and relationships and your connects change. And the best part of this is that honestly, when I joined this coaching, my intent was to get a good job, but then she made me to realize there is something beyond the good job, which is the objective of life, which I always wanted to have it, but I couldn't see it clearly and have that vision that what I really wanted and how to work towards it. And I'll also reiterate the same thing, that we have a lot of potential which we don't know, and we keep on cribbing on the work whenever we are at the work front, that I have done this much, I've done this much, but we don't think of that what additional is required and what is the thing where we need to update ourselves to keep going in the market, to keep going in the work which we do. Because very small example, even if the support system which is there at home, or our any domestic help who is there, we always expect something different and they should understand without me saying something. So same thing applies at our workplace, that we should be that much honing ourselves that we understand the things as the time passes by.
Thank you.
That is the thing. And till today also I keep on feeling low at times. And when I talk, I am at ninth, on the ninth sky, not even seven. I feel sabhi kuch to resolve ho gaya. It's okay, a call away and everything is resolved and you are settled back. So that's the best thing. And all these sessions have always helped me and have always reminded me back that what we need to do, especially the morning rituals and the connect which we need to build with the people, I keep on forgetting, or even after knowing, I keep on missing them because we change our priorities. Oh, this is priority, that's the priority. And once I start that, it really shows a lot of change. Immediately I see the change. Immediately. It's a matter of 3 days this week itself. It changed a lot. Till last week it was different, and as soon as she made me to realize last Saturday that you're missing on your connect and your rituals, I started practicing it, and by Wednesday everything is settled. So yesterday my call was that I got a lot of appreciation, this, that, blah, blah. The thing is not the appreciation. The thing is that what keeps you happy, what makes you feel self-contented and satisfied. So after this connect, I feel more self-contented, satisfied. It's not that what people think about me, how I did in the job or whatever. It's that what makes me happy. That is more important.
Wow.
So that's the one thing which I really like it, that now I started realizing that yes, there are many things which can keep me happy, and I know my priorities now. Previously I knew, but then I couldn't prioritize it. But now I could detach myself to the things which are not my priority and attach and concentrate more on the things which are my first priority.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Kiran. And over to you, Satish.
No.
Satish, you'll have to unmute.
हमको unmute का आदत अभी
Hello all. My journey actually started with Nutan ma'am and Dheeraj sir with a post from Nutan ma'am on this toxic culture. So last 2 3 years I'm going through a typical problem, but which is not faced by anybody, I think. Even in the industry, I can say this much complex, soft, but it is very difficult to solve for HR also, even my bosses, top bosses. So that kind of thing, and that your post, Nutan ma'am, catch my attention. It
Thank you.
was quite related and touching. So like that, I get into connect with both of you, and then the journey started. And before that, actually, I was having a good experience. I have done a lot of things, including union problems, critical problems resolved for the companies like Mahindra and Mahindra. Still, I am not able to solve my problem with a technical person. That was the thing. I am struggling to that. I am a spiritual person. I have done neurolinguistic programming with Ram Verma, Dr. Doris. I am a certified practitioner. Still, I am not able to solve the problems. And last 3 months, story is changing now. There are a lot of changes from the live sessions also. Whatever inputs I get, and I have started slowly practicing it. Initially, I find it difficult because of old habits. Then slowly, I've started building the habits right from your morning routine while going. So it is helping a lot. And now I think I am in a such stage that this month I will solve that problem. It is on the climax now. So I'm sure this problem will be solved. And about these sessions and coaching, the 3 4 things I want to mention here. First is I got my energy levels back, which was always fluctuating, low and high. Even though I am spiritual, I am doing regular meditations and those things religiously. Still, there were ups and downs. Those have considerably stabilized. Then, how to be in higher vibration. Even there is adversity in the office with some issues. So that I have learned, and that is I'm seeing other people's reactions, response also to me. They're saying how you can be calm in such situation. Also, you should
Wow.
go to
Wow.
HR and just log a complaint. Still, I am quiet, and the person who is troubling me, he is also upset because I am quiet. I am not getting any effect of that. So
Wow.
that is the change I am seeing. And another thing I got during this session is I learned good things about myself also. Even my CV I have seen first time, like Nutan ma'am showed me how to see it during sessions and coaching, and I got my confidence back because of that. Otherwise, last 2 years, because of these episodes, even though I am capable, I know I deserve good position, I have lost confidence somehow because of certain things and the soft issues basically.
True.
There is no technical issue because my field is also very different. I'm testing cars on different test tracks, so it's like sports. In last 24 years, I'm into this. So that is also special skill. So nobody can replace it also. So that was
Satish,
not the thing, but the
Satish is
soft
one of
issues
those
was
people who test new cars on the
new cars
racetrack.
on the rest.
Wow.
So and
Very
I'm test
exciting
those,
profession.
yeah, I'm test those cars on international level also, different
Yeah.
countries. So, but so that was not the problem technically, but soft issues was troubling me so much that I got stagnant in my career. So last 3 months, I am getting a lot of insights also
Wow.
how to deal with the problems day to
And the
day.
best thing with Satish's situation is yesterday his wife called me and
Okay.
he shared saying that I'm so grateful to you that whatever that you've been doing with Satish, he's become so calm person and we brought him back because last 2.5 years he's been miserable because the unhappiness that he was living, the
Mm,
toxic environment, and by default it percolates in the family.
mm,
And it's been now she's saying it's been last 3 4 months, especially last 3 months, as he's saying.
yes.
She called me. In fact, first she wrote me a beautiful WhatsApp, and then she called me and she said that I'm so grateful to you that today Satish has become so calm. He's understanding, he's listening, and he's in a very good and positive mood and a positive state. And we are really happy now being together. I think that was the biggest compliment or a
Complaint.
fulfillment for me when a wife
Yes.
calls and tells about the husband, and that gave me a lot of fulfillment that it's not only his life but his family also today is able to enjoy.
Yes.
They've traveled together and it's been very nice. So I know I can vouch on his changes because his wife
Yes.
is saying. And that's the big thing.
It's,
And the wife is saying that he's changed and become
yes,
a much calmer and
confirmed it.
better person. So I just thought I can share
Yes.
this with you. Satish, you're not supposed to know this, but this is for
The whole
everybody.
world knows it now.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you,
That's
Satish.
good. That's
Thank you
good.
so much.
But
and
I'm
for all
really
those
seeing the
all
difference.
those who are attending us live, you also can share your experiences in your comments, because you all know that towards the end of today's session we are going to share some amazing gifts which are going to help you not only in your career but also in your life. You're hearing all our guests speak that it's not only professional life but we also touch personal lives. So whatever experiences that you've had, whether you've come to us through a post, through a free live session, or through a YouTube connection, whatever way, it doesn't really matter. What matters is what are the changes that you've seen in your life. So looking forward to your comments, and till then, over to Aditi.
Hello, everyone. Again, I just wanted to thank Nutan ma'am and Dheeraj sir. Obviously, there has been a long distance thing with us. I got a chance to meet Nutan ma'am as well, and until then, I was kind of when I started the sessions with Nutan ma'am, I was in a state where I didn't know where I was going in my career. I had shifted from being an accountant to a procurement professional, and there was still a doubt, like if I'm doing something right, if I've changed for something better, or I'm still in a dilemma of what I was doing. And it was just about 7-8 months that I'd moved to procurement role, and after a 4-year gap in my career, I when I had a session with Nutan ma'am, first thing was to see what I wanted. And that's herself who guided me to actually know where my approach was. She had it was quite a long session of knowing me. And I think now she knows me better than myself, because before even I could say anything, she knows what the next approach is for myself. And that has brought to me in a position where I can put my complete faith on Nutan ma'am and come to her and ask her for solutions, for not just for solutions but for my next step ahead. And also she's preparing me to how to do it by myself, which is the biggest gift, I would say. So she's guiding me throughout, and she's there even if, I mean, she's backing there her views of the way she put forwards her thoughts, her views. It would strike me, and then that's the way I would take my step ahead, which has brought quite a benefit in my career and in my personal life. Talking about my career, there was a stage where I was I I had re- I had re- I had given my best in my work, and I was expecting a pay hike, which came back saying like not now, but 6 months later, which I was expecting 6 months before. And I said, Nutan ma'am, this is not fair. I've done whatever best I could give. They have got the results. They've got everything. And I was like, I'm quitting my job. I was literally in my car coming back from home. The meeting was over, and I just stood there, and I was like, ma'am said, you just have to stop your car, talk to me properly. And that was stage where I was ready to quit my job, find another job. And she explained me how I could train myself to get better at it, not just accept it, but grow with it. And I can assure my company has given the best increment that I could get in past 6 months, a pay hike, and a contentment for what I've been doing, which is what I wanted. And if I would have left it 6 months back, definitely I wouldn't have gained this now. And that's not just for it. And I've been growing professional, like through my studies. I'm growing through my personal life, through my routines, and most of things have come to a place where I have started moving. I'm not being stagnant. Let it be my career, my personal goals, and my spiritual goals as well. So I would like to thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Dheeraj sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Over to you, Krishnendu.
Thanks very much, Nutan and Dheeraj ma'am. I'm sorry because I was been disconnecting because of certain calls unavoidable. I'm sorry for that. Thanks for the lovely sessions. What have been I've been attending your 5 habits and other stuffs of sessions. It was really very encouraging and. Coming to the most interesting phase, I would like to share to the entire team. I'm in the notice period. So that's the really amazing time. And to be very honest, after attending your session, I've just dropped my paper. Okay. To come to the things, there was a lot of things which is going on in my profession. I've been working for organizations for more than 10 and a half to 11 years now. I'm into automotive industries and where I've been building up, a lot of cars, trucks, buses, and also we are into leading manufacturing part. To be coming to the personal front, definitely, it was very difficult. There is a moment to balance into the work and personal life. That was really being a very critical problem for me, where definitely on the personal front also I was not able to balance the stuffs as well as the sharing. Coming to the professional level also, there are a lot of there's a moments, because I'm basically into a project management side and program management. So day to day, a lot of conflicts and the different state of mind. So not only for my different stakeholders, but also in terms of different my customers as well as the nitty gritties are there. So there was a bitter problems where how to balance the emotional intelligence. That's the real critical part for me as a challenging factor as came across. And I really applies to after attending your sessions. There are few critical things I have implemented in my life, which has really come up into the emotional intelligence balancing and to react and respond. That's the two things to balance the stuffs. That's the key takeout what I have gained from your sessions, definitely, because where to respond and how to react and how to balance your calmness and stamina. That is definitely into the emotional side. But yes, on the day-to-day challenge, what we have really understood in due course of time, every individual has key strengths and pros and cons, and it's the viewpoint of looking into the particular situation that's really very interesting. And we need to, as a person, we need to understand what the need from the person, and we need to adjust our emotions and mindsets. That's what the key note of learning point what we have grasped it up from your sessions, obviously. Secondly, the most important thing what really helped me on a personal front is that the world is changing, everything is changing, but the point is that we as an individual has our own stimulus to react and to perform in the best way, right? So the most important thing what we understanding, despite of whatever the challenges, whatever the changes is happening, one identity of ours need to be make it constant. That's what really been the way. Every individual is different, every individual is special, so we should not lose our own identity. We have come to this universe with special inner powers, inner strength, inner performance. Everybody has lacuna. Even God is not perfect. He doesn't have a perfect life. So definitely we should not expect everything going smooth. So everybody is unique. That's and everybody has a real power of them. So the only thing is that we need to believe in ourselves. That is most important. We should not go on the fascination of changing what is happening in the okay, somebody is doing this looks nice, and just copy and to go ahead. So we need to maintain our own identity. We need to understand our own strengths. We need to utilize our stamina, our own staminas, as well as to perform in the best of best. So
Great.
that's what the life is. Right. So this is second point what really has made me understood, and I think in a long way this will really help me to take it forward.
Thank you.
And the
Thank you,
third most
Chris.
important, yeah, third most important thing what I would really like to add up is that after changing, there were moments where the people who didn't like me on my professional front, because we have multi conflicts and all, but suddenly my ex teams and people after I resigned, the things has happened that everybody started commenting good notes to me on the LinkedIn. So it's somewhat really given me a positive feel. Not that I have approached them, I certainly got the call. So I think we need to also, whatever the services we have done, we should not regret despite of the odd moments. But yes, every past is having experience, and we to take it forward. I think these are the key keynotes.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
much.
you very much.
Thank you very much, all of you, for joining us live. It was really great having you all here. And we take it ahead from here. Thank you very much for joining. And guys, all of you who are live here, you know that today we said that it's going to be celebration. Gifts are going to be coming in. And I would like to announce each one of you who's here, who's going to be telling us what they have learned, what they achieved. So first gift coming your way is for people who are confused in their career and they don't know where to go ahead. We're going to give 5 people a discovery session of 30 minutes, which is going to help you decide whether you should remain where you are or you can move to a new phase.
Absolutely.
So that's the first gift coming from us. The second one is about a group coaching session for people who are stuck. So we just heard from our guests that in spite of doing very well in their career, being in their 40s, having so much of laurels behind, still there comes a time when you lose your confidence because something which is happening around you makes you believe that you're not good enough. So that's why we're going to have these 3 key sessions for you to build on your emotional health, which will change you as a person, and that's how it will help you ace in your career.
Yeah.
This is going to be for 10 people, 3 sessions, and my clients will vouch for this, that they pay me 25,000 rupees for this, which is going to come you absolutely free. So do avail this opportunity. And the final one is 25 people who have been with us loyally for this entire year. Whatever challenges they are going through, they can reach out to us on our WhatsApp number, which is 91751 I'll be putting this number on my comment section. It's a WhatsApp number. You can reach out to us, and whatever resources that are available to us for all this, what you've created in this 1 year, we'll reach out to you to solve that current challenge that you're going through in your career. So gifts are on the way. Reach out to us, write to us, DM us, WhatsApp us, whichever way you can reach out and enjoy all these free gifts. And I want that next year, when we're coming here back again to celebrate another anniversary, we have new faces telling us how we could change something in your life which has made you happy and fulfilled. So thank you very much once again for joining us live
on How to Ace Your Career. And thank you all the guests who came here, shared their journey. It's not easy to be vulnerable and share what you have shared. I know it's difficult publicly. So thank you so much. I'm sure that would create a lot of impact on all the viewers who are going to see it later. So thanks all of you once again, and see you next Friday, 9 p.m. on How to Ace Your Career. Have a good weekend. Good night. God bless. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.